Mshololo Bafet, if the number of a person is picked at a crime, does it mean that the person or they have committed a crime? Mr. Stan or Colonel Stan responded, no, it doesn't mean, but they will have to explain what they were doing there. Let me repeat the question. Maybe you don't get the question. Mshololo, if a number of a person is picked at a crime scene, does it mean they committed the crime? Colonel Stein responded, no, it doesn't. But they will have to explain what they were doing there. Guys, you don't get it. You don't get it. Somebody wrote and said, even the judge is disappointed with how the state is handling this, because the state does not have answers for the questions posed by the advocate. Today, Advocate Mshololo just did a lot of damage to what we thought it was the most incredible sources, but only to find that they were just selling us the idea. It was not actually factual. You know what I'm saying? I'm still saying, guys, that the state is up to something, and whatever they are doing, it's up no good. It will not serve us any good, I'm telling you. They are deliberately, you know, when they say the hand of the law or whatever, it is long. I think this time the eyes of the law are just deliberately closing the other side. And you know what I'm saying? There's something wrong with this. The mastermind, they are intentionally shielding the mastermind away. And I've got a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? But today, we need to unpack what Advocate Mshololo did and the other ones as well. Provided that you are interested. If you are interested, I put it to you that you subscribe, you like the video, and you comment in the comment section below. I also put it to you that you click this like button. It tells the YouTube algorithm to promote this video to as many people as possible. We want to reach 100,000, guys. You know what I'm saying? So the power is in your hands. I also put it to you that you watch this video till the end. I put it to you that you watch all these ads. When you are doing that, you are actually helping this channel financially. You are contributing to this channel. Just watch those ads, as many as you can. I put it to you that, guys, now you do what you need to do. So Advocate Mshololo then was asking, look, I'm reading something here that is quite interesting, because I had to, follow my notes. So he was cross-examining Lambastus Stein, the cell phone data analysis about the qualification, or rather the absence of them, right? So Advocate Mshololo did a lot of damage. That woman, yeah, when you see her, please tell her that I said she's cruel. Yeah, she did a lot of damage. She asked this question about qualifications. I'm like, whoa, Advocate, where are we going with this? Until I got to a point to realize that these are 3 weeks, 4 weeks courses. So if I can do it, I'm an expert too. Okay. I want to leave it there. We are talking about a policeman. I don't want to hear them knocking in my door. Hi. Advocate Mshololo did a lot of damage today. But yeah, let's start it here. Let's start from here. Mshololo is also correct that Ms. Kamala is not a suspect in this case. Stan says correct. Mshololo, can you also Mshololo, can it also be said that there's nothing unlawful with the calls? Mr. Colonel still says, if there was, then I cannot tell. Yeah, right there. So why do we have these 5 people there? Because remember, I told you that the reason we brought the cell phone data analysis, it was simply because they wanted to prove that they were linking. The state is trying to prove that there is an evidence to prove that accused number 1 up to 5, these are people who are connected, and then all the stuff. But you look, how do you prove that? Or what a better way of proving that? Look, if you can read them, the content of their messages, and if you can listen to their conversations, then you can determine whether or not they are criminals. But how did you determine that accused number 1 to 5 are criminals as far as the cell phone data expert is concerned? Hey, like, if you sit down today and you think twice, actually they have never given us anything that actually proved that really these are criminal. That is the damage that this advocate were causing to the state. They cause havoc today. The judge was also disappointed. If you cannot tell the content of the conversation, then you cannot assume that the person is a criminal. Just because somebody is walking like a criminal doesn't necessarily mean they are a criminal. Some people love ispansula, while criminal love ispansula. You know what I'm saying? But you can't say they are criminals. That's why you see that I've been saying, guys, there is a problem with the state. The state is trying by all means to shield the mastermind. And I've got a problem with that. Advocate. But on Friday, Colonel Stale was oozing in confidence. Today, I thought she would be on fire, but today, so somebody was saying that this so-called expert that the state is using are super shady. I now believe good icon. Now, before I continue with my comment, somebody says that we owe those guys an apology for believing that they were indeed linked to Gubokeli. 6 weeks qualification confuses. Remember, okay, to those that don't know, what we were told, Advocate Mshololo did a lot of damages. She asked this person, which institution did you went to acquire your qualification? And then he tells us the name, but it's not the public institutions that you know. So it's a company that does those training within the SAPS. So then she asked this question: how long did it take for you to acquire those qualifications? And then some were 3 weeks, some were 4 weeks, some were 6 weeks. The longest was 6 weeks. That is what constitutes an expert within the police. Maybe it explains why they can't find these criminals. I don't know. I don't know how to do a lot of character assassination, because they might knock in my door and say, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because they are very quick to arrest the ones that are very weak. But hey, the ones that are stronger than them, they are very slow. Their feet are dragging. You know what I'm saying? Mshololo. So can you cannot tell under which name? Look, they was asking about the SIM card and say yes, and Tulis, look, yes, I can't tell. Correct, I can't tell. And Tulis, look, lift his hand or dreadlock or whatever. So Mshololo was like, there's something wrong with this. Mshololo, from your investigation, can you tell this coach which certainty the number was recorded? Look, was recorded under the name and the address. So that's the question that he couldn't answer. He says that no, he doesn't necessarily have a proof. Can you tell this court with certainty that the alleged to belonging to number 5 was used by him? And now he couldn't tell that. You know what I'm saying? Let's move on. Guys, so somebody says that which you call it an expert, it's actually what we call it a skills development. Hey, I today see Bonnie Siltoli Tombol. Actually, Advocate Numalo Uti was talking to Ustay Nugut. Okay, when was the SIM swap done? Now, Sugunumalo, man. 27th of October 2014, about 10. That is the adlock. Numalo. What Zandi says when Senzo was shot, Longo was not in the house. Then I can't comment on that. Numalo. So from that, you look, from that you say you look, he was there staying. I mean, he was in the vicinity. He was in the vicinity. He knows something. How do you know that he was in the vicinity? Do you have his cell phone data? I'm telling you, guys, the state. There's something wrong with the state, guys. There's something wrong with the state. No man. I'm interested in this SMSs. One dated October 2016, 26 October 2014, with the content. I'm outside. Do you remember that this person doesn't necessarily know exactly okay if what was inside, except a few SMSs. And I mean, guys, I'm sitting here and I can tell you this now. My hypothesis are the state know exactly the content of the SMSs. Like I'm telling you, the state know exactly, but they can't reveal them. You know why? Because it exposes their favorite child. Swallow that for a moment. You cannot be an expert sitting with your laptop here doing your investigation. You are investigating me, or you are investigating person A and B, yet in your investigation you even conclude that they need to be arrested, but you don't know what crime have they committed. There's something wrong with that. Otherwise, if they cannot reveal the content of these SMSs, let them be disqualified. You cannot have a person that is busy arresting people over assumptions. It's the same thing as when I got to court, my feelings and my emotions and my spirit told me it's this one. It's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? You've got one that is sitting in front of the laptop that does not know what was the conversation all about, yet you choose to arrest this person, and this one feels, and then they said you must be arrested. What's the difference? Show me the difference, if there ever is a difference. But I'm telling you, there's no difference between what Zandi Kumalo said and what Colonel Stell says. I'm going through my notes today. Ramasipile, so the city doesn't show the content of. That's the question that I was just answering now. Ramasipile also asked this question. Ramasipile nae ubombega. He caused some damage, but today he was not necessarily vocal. Today the person that finished this one off, Advocate Mshololo was the one that finished it. But there's a question that was that had been asked by Advocate Ramasipile. So the city doesn't necessarily show the content of what was said in the telephonic conversation, and no, it doesn't. So that's why that's the point I was driving home. Guti, how do you arrest people if you don't know? You know they committed crime, but you don't know what type of crime. You don't know when, but you know they committed crime, but you arrest them. The court doesn't work with, I assume the court work with evidence. Is this a laptop? Yes, this is a laptop. Oh, what type of a laptop? ThinkPad, Lenovo ThinkPad. That doesn't evidence. But to say, I think it's a laptop because it opens this way. I think it's a laptop because it's this big. The court doesn't work with I think. The court works with evidence. What evidence do you have that this is a laptop? To get a point, what evidence do you have that these people really communicated with Kelly Khumalo and say that, oh, Kelly Khumalo, let's plan this and let's plan this and Kelly. If you don't have that evidence, then what are they doing in prison? There's a problem with our state, I'm telling you. Another big problem. They are busy covering up. There is so long time ago that here we messed up. But they are busy trying to cover up, and the more they cover up, it's the more. Their redemption here is that if they don't know the content of the SMS, please release those people. Start afresh the investigation because you failed. And you know that the problem is they don't want to be sued. They are running away from being sued. Ramasipile, with respect to my client number 1 and 2, after they were arrested, their phones were confiscated. What was the result? There wasn't enough download and evidence. So, like I was telling you now, why are they arrested? I'm trying to understand, why are they linked to this and what links them to this? You know what I'm saying? So far, the state has failed beyond a reasonable doubt to prove to all of us, the public, why are these people there? Like, I'm sitting here today, I don't know why are these people there? I don't know. Like, please, like the state is failing. Ever since they started with these things, they are failing to prove to us, why are these people there? Can you tell me today why these people are there? Accused number 1 to 5. Can you please prove it to me beyond reasonable doubt? Why are these people there? I don't think now you can, because your state cannot. Ramasipile once said that Ntabuseng Mokete told us she borrowed her phones to Kelly and Mthokozi's Twala. Did you do analysis on her phone? Stain says no. I pray Ntabuseng's phone doesn't disappear. I pray Ntabuseng's phone doesn't disappear. Just because now there are questions that are being asked. I pray Ntabuseng's phone. I pray Ntabuseng doesn't get robbed. Just that, or if she doesn't get killed, I fail. I pray that she doesn't get robbed. Criminals have got the tendency that if they see, okay, let me tell you this. Actually, a true story. There was a king that got shot. A few days after getting shot, the wife got shot too. I think it was either as they were preparing for the funeral or after the funeral, the wife got shot. You know why? Because they were linked to poaching in one of those things, right? I read an article from IOL, and now they said that this person was killed because he was involved in that criminal activity. But then he was about to get exposed. The state was investigating this person, right? And then these criminals knew that, okay, if we allow this person to be arrested, and then we are in big problems. So they killed this one. Upon realizing that the wife might have an evidence, they also killed the wife too. I pray Tapseng is saved. I pray Tapseng is protected. And I pray Tapseng's phone doesn't get stolen or something get deleted. I pray. I hope you understand where my prayer is coming from. Uthe Masipile makakhuluma lapha nathi look, accused number 1 deny using that number. It was never the number that was mentioned in court, and I don't remember advocate I don't remember Colonel still responding to that. Accused number 2 says that number only he only acquired it in 2019. He never had it in 2014. Says Colonel Stein says yes, it could have been a record with family details. Ramosipile, my client is adamant it was record in his name with his ID. You know, guys, those Molanyana argument there, you could tell, man, the state is fumbling here. I'm telling you, the state is fumbling. But again, what are we going to say? Bafethu, I today there is something wrong with the state. There is something wrong with the state. I'm telling you guys, there's something wrong with the state, and I have a very serious concern that we are led by people who actually don't understand what they are doing. You understand? Can you imagine being arrested because Mr. Colonel Stein feels that you had a conversation with Kelly Kumalo. Now that he's going to arrest Kelly Kumalo, now you must be arrested because you called Kelly Kumalo. Guys, can you imagine being arrested because Zandis Kumalo's feelings says that you are one of the intruders? Can you imagine being arrested? Can you imagine being arrested because the state feels, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't get it. Guys, we are in a big problem here. We are in a big mess. But again, the damage will be continued. I think today the damage is done. I think they will continue doing some few tomorrow, but it's not necessary. I think they've proven even the judge is disappointed. Right. Let's leave it here.